We just released a new version of Divi and it's packed with some great new features, and I'm here to give you the full tour. Stick around to the end of the video because there's a lot to explore. Many of the new features we are introducing are related to gradients, and the first thing we changed was we consolidated all of the gradient settings into a new gradient picker panel. And this is great because first it cleans up the UI and removes a bunch of duplicate settings, and since we're adding more gradient options, that's great. But more importantly than that, it allows gradients to be edited in different contexts, and that new context is gradient variables, which I will touch on later. The next thing we introduced is the new gradient field type. And this is critical because it allows you to interact with gradients as a whole, a collection of attributes rather than individual attributes. And what I mean by that is that now that this field exists, which encapsulates the entire gradient, I can, for example, copy, paste, extend, find and replace, and inspect gradients on the page. So I could copy this gradient and then go over to this section and paste the gradient. I could do the same thing for this button. So it just makes working with gradients so much easier. And since Divi 5's attribute management system is so robust, you can do so much more than just copy and paste gradients. I could, for example, find and replace this gradient with something else. And you'll see that it found and replaced all three gradients. I could inspect the page, and we have a new gradients group here, and you can see all the gradients used on the page, and then I could edit those all at once. I could change this color to something else, and all the gradients get updated. So it just makes managing gradients much easier because they are consolidated into this new unified gradient field that can be interacted with as a whole. The next new feature we added is a brand new variable type, the gradient variable, and it works just like color and font variables. You can create gradient variables, use them throughout your website, and when you update a gradient variable, that gradient gets updated site-wide. When I open up my variable manager, you'll see a new gradient group and a list of all my gradient variables. And if I want to change this static gradient into a gradient variable to make it more manageable, I can do so. And I added a new option on right click, and this new option is available for all field types that support variables. You can just choose convert to variable, and that's going to take that static gradient, turn it into a gradient variable, and apply the variable automatically. You can see it was added here, and I could rename that if I wanted to. And now we have a gradient variable being used as the background of this section. And of course, we'd want to use this gradient variable everywhere. So let's go ahead and find and replace all of these static gradients with the new gradient variable we just created. And there we go. Now the button and both of these sections are using the new gradient variable. And if I wanted to change this variable, let's try changing this color. And go ahead and save. And you can see that now all the areas that used that gradient variable get updated. I can manage all the gradients for my whole site in this one location. Next, we added new gradient and image fill options to all text option groups, which means you can apply gradients and gradient variables to text. So if I wanted to use that same gradient variable on this heading, then I can select my gradient variable in the new gradient fill option, and you can see now we have some nice gradient text. Additionally, you can fill text with images. So I can choose the image fill type and then select an image from my media library. And now that image is being used as a background image and filling the text just like the gradient. One last thing, we also added new stroke options to all text option groups, which means you can add a stroke to your text, which is useful, especially if you want your text to stand out a bit better when it's on top of a gradient or an image. For example, let's say I wanted to do something crazy and apply the same exact gradient to the text that we used on the background. Well, now you can't read the text very well, so maybe I want to add a stroke. So I'll add a stroke, and now you can read the text a bit better. Maybe I could make this stand out a little bit more with some filters. So let's bump up the saturation, bump up the contrast. Now we're getting something interesting. I could even add a text shadow. Let's try that. And now we've gone from some unreadable text to something kind of cool. We got this cool, saturated, bubbly gradient text. It kind of looks like something you might have to make in Photoshop, but you can do it all right inside Divi now. So there you have it, the new gradient picker panel, the new gradient field type with support for Divi 5's attribute management functions, the new gradient variable type, new text, image and gradient fill options, new text stroke options, and a nice little convert to variable option when you right click on fields. Let me know what you think of these new features, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us out, and I'll see you soon for a new feature update, which I promise is right around the corner.